Egypt now, Robert, is the IMF's second biggest debtor after Argentina, and Sisi's economic strategies are reliance on hot money flowing into the domestic debt as a source of foreign currency and the muscular expansion of the army across the economy. So from your perspective, what are the problems with these strategies?
Well, the problem with depending upon hot money, that is the flows of private capital, is that it can flow two ways. And as we saw in the wake of COVID, about 20 billion flowed out. And then in the wake of the war in the Ukraine, about 23 billion flowed out. Now we have an IMF agreement, admittedly for only 3 billion compared to the 12 billion back in 2016. But each IMF agreement, and this is now the fourth, has been associated with an increase of foreign capital inflow because the certification by the IMF of the Egyptian economy has been used by those who sell Egyptian sovereign debt, most of whom are in London, have been able then to sell on those assets to investors, whether they're in pension funds or individual investors or whatever, on the grounds that Egypt has been certified as a reasonably stable political economy in which the high interest rates paid on sovereign debt are a real value. They're a bargain, and you should get it. This time, however, there is no indication as yet of an inflow of foreign capital of anything like the magnitude back in 2016 or in the two subsequent events, which also stimulated inflows of capital. So now, even the IMF imprimatur is insufficient to cause the vendors of Egyptian sovereign debt to be able to convince purchasers that this debt is not too risky, because now investors are frightened to death of the risk inherent in buying Egyptian sovereign debt. So this illustrates the downside of depending upon private short-term capital investments to sustain your economy. They may flow out and they may never flow back in again. And that's the situation which Egypt is in at the present time.